Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, thanks for stopping by. So today's video is another watch me work video, and this lovely client generally gets pinks and loves pastel colors, but she wanted to get a little bit out of her comfort zone, so she asked me to do something in a mauve color, but we had to do glitter because she is the glitter queen. She has glitter on every single set that she gets. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Alright guys, so first things first, I have to debulk and remove her old set. I have a watch me work video on this set as well. It is super pink and sparkly, perfect for Valentine's Day without being too Valentine's-y. And I am using a new e-file here. I've got a Melody Susie one. I am going to be doing a review on it as well for you guys. And I'm using my 4X carbide bit. You guys know I love those ones to cut through that acrylic as quick as possible. So I'm just going to go through all 10 fingers, removing all of the color, taking it down to that thin clear layer. If there is any lifting, I'm going to do that as well, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Alright guys, so the next step is to go in with my cuticle pusher, and I'm pushing back that proximal nail fold, exposing the cuticle, and then I'm going to go in with my hand file and I'm going to refine her shape a little bit, and I'm also going to remove any little bits of lifting that there are left, and also remove the shine from any natural nail so that I can get ready for my prep. Alright guys, so next I'm going to use my cuticle bit and my e-file, and I'm going to remove the cuticle. Now when you're doing this with your e-file, you want to make sure that you are using the lower speed or a medium speed. You're not wanting to dig into the natural nail at all. You're just wanting to remove all of that dead skin, and you'll see it here kind of flaking away, and that's what we need to do in order to prepare the nail, because if you leave any cuticle on the nail, basically it's going to create a barrier between the natural nail and the product, and you'll end up having lifting. And then right after this, I'm going to go in with my custom mix solution that I use to cleanse the nail, which is 99% alcohol with 100% acetone. It's a 50-50 mix. I'm just going to cleanse the nail, and then I'm going to apply 2 layers of my protein bond. Alright guys, so it's time to get into building these nails. So I'm actually going to be building them in clear because the colors are all going to go on top. I'm not going to be doing any encapsulating. And one of the reasons that we chose to do that was because her nails are starting to hook down. She's starting to get that little eagle claw look, which we do not like. So I'm going to build them extremely thick on the tip. I actually don't know if I took any footage to show you guys exactly how thick, but guys, they look so thick. If you look at her thumbnail right now, the position that it's in, you can see how it's starting to really hook down. So imagine if I have to build that acrylic out to create a straight nail. It's going to be like, I don't even know how many millimeters thick on the end, but it's going to be thick as heck. They are going to be like chiclets on the end, and then I'm going to cut out underneath. So I'm going to keep watching, and hopefully I have a little bit of footage that I can show you guys a little up close of what I mean, but this is the best way that I find to re-sculpt the nail and take out those those hooks. I don't like to have to completely remove and reform the nails if I don't have to. So keep on watching, and if you have any questions, let me know below. Alright guys, so something that I always try to mention in my videos is for you to make sure you are not saturating the surrounding skin with monomer. I legit just saw a video this morning of a nail tech doing a client's nails, and they were constantly wiping the skin with the monomer filled brush. First of all, the brush was huge. I don't know what size it was. It looked like maybe a size 20 or something. Very unnecessary. You do not need a huge brush. And they probably swiped that brush on the skin 15 times. You could clearly see the client's skin was totally saturated and wet with monomer, and we don't want to be doing that as a regular practice. We can cause contact dermatitis, allergic reactions, which is contact dermatitis. It is an allergy, and we don't want to be doing that as a regular practice. Yes, of course, you might have some acrylic that happens to kind of slide near the skin and you've got to quickly wipe it off. I understand that, but do not be doing this as a regular practice. Please, you guys, I see this all the times in videos and it drives me crazy. So coming up here, you guys, you'll be able to see when I turn the thumbnail how thick that tip is going to be. It is extremely thick. And I know the clients always think they look crazy. I mean, I think they look crazy too, but once you cut them out underneath, the structure is there. They are exactly where they need to be. They're not super thick, and it is, in my opinion, the best way to do this. So now I'm going to go under the nail with my e-file. So you'll see here I started out with a larger football shaped bit, and I actually ended up switching to a finer cone shaped bit. I don't know why I started with this large one, to be honest. I generally use the smaller one. I don't know why I reached for it, but I do prefer the smaller one to get in there because you can get closer to the skin. It's a lot smaller and you're not going to end up, you know, touching the skin or burning the client. So I'm just going to go under and I'm going to remove all of that bulk and basically take out that thickness so that they look like normal nails. And guys, look at the thumbnail right now. It looks crazy, but it won't when we're finished. Alright guys, so next I'm going in with my hand file and I'm going to be refining the shape. I'm going to finish file. She loves her nails to be extremely sharp. She likes them to be like little daggers, as I like to call them. So I do not buff her nails after because I'm applying the JOHENS Full Diamond Gel, which is super sparkly. It'll cover up any type of imperfections, and to be honest, generally if I'm applying gel polish, I do not buff the nail because I find that the slight little grooves that the hand file leaves behind does help the gel polish to stick longer and not chip. But I recently also tried the protein bond method where you apply a layer of protein bond and then your gel polish. And I also felt that that helped. I have a couple of clients that will always chip their gel polish or their gel paint. And the one girl did come back for her fill and she didn't have any chipping. So if you have clients who have really bad issues with chipping their gel polish or their gel paints, try adding a layer of protein bond before the color. Alright guys, it's finally time to add some sparkle. So I've got the JOHENS Full Diamond Gel number 7. It is like a mauvey purple. It is a soak-off gel as well, in case you guys were wondering, and I do have a video on the JOHENS ones. Then I have a blush pink chunky glitter mix. It's a hexagon glitter. I don't have the name of this one. This is one of my old ones. I also have this sort of purpley colored chunky mixed one. Again, I don't have the name for that one as well. It's an old one. And I actually have the name of this one, Day One Glitter. It is from the Pink Chair. This is a really nice chunky iridescent. It's got big hexagon shapes. This is the one that actually takes these nails to the next level. It makes them sparkle in such a beautiful way. So you have to use something like this. So I'm simply just going to apply a layer of the JOHENS Full Diamond Gel. I'm going to apply it to all the first 4 fingers, and then I'm just going to take my glitters and I'm going to pat them into that wet gel. So I'm going to start off with the blush pink one and the lighter purple ones, the smaller like chunky mix, and then I'm going to apply the Day One glitter on top of that. And you just want to pat it down and make sure that they're not sticking up or poking out sideways. You obviously want to give the hand a good look over before you stick it in the lamp. And once you're satisfied with the way that the glitters are laying, go ahead and place them in the lamp to cure. So I actually took the Day One glitter and I dumped it out onto my paper towel just a little bit. And I just find it easier to be able to pick up specific pieces of the glitter, because I want to make sure that I am placing them more specifically, because they're really chunky and there's different sizes. I want to place them individually as opposed to just kind of blobbing them on. So you'll see here I'm going back and forth and I'm just grabbing bigger pieces, smaller pieces, and applying them that way. So whenever I'm applying any type of gel product to the thumbs, I always apply it and cure it separately. The reason for this is because I find sometimes if you apply gel product and then you put the whole hand in the lamp, the thumb is not sitting flat and sometimes it just doesn't cure quite properly, just depending on the lamp, depending where the bulbs are. So I always cure my thumbs separately. Just a little tip for you guys: if you're having any issues with your thumbs not curing properly, try curing them separately. So to seal these in, you are going to want to use a thicker clear gel. You could use a builder gel or just something like I'm using, which is a Young Nails gloss. It's just a thicker top gloss. I am going to finish glossing or finish top coating it with the Young Nails Stain Resistant, because that is my absolute favorite top coat. I love the shine of it. So you're just going to want to seal in these glitters, and the reason you're using the thicker gel is just because these glitters are quite chunky, and if you went in with just a straight top coat, something that is thin, you're you're going to feel all of the bumps. Now, I have in the past done the Young Nails stain resistant and just done 2 coats and then used a file and a buffer to smoothen things out and then gone in with a 3rd coat, but I really don't like to waste my Young Nails stain resistant, so that's why I started using the Young Nails gloss. And I will go in with my hand file after I wipe the dispersion layer, and I will smoothen out any areas that are still kind of poking up, that just kind of feel a little bit rough, and then I would go in with a buffer as well just to smoothen that out, and then your Young Nails stain resistant. I know that it seems like a lot of steps, but I find that I get the best result with this method. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. It's really a very simple design. You can absolutely do this in your salon, and it's super sparkly, which we all love. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with someone else. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And as always guys, have an amazing day.